Welcome to another episode of Rapid Fire Review, an airsoft gun review show brought to you by PyramidAir.com. I'm your host, Barry Goodband.
And I'm Nick Miller, and today we're going to be reviewing the KWA M9 PTP.
Okay, so when you open up the box, you're going to find the gun itself, a 25-round double-stack green gas-powered magazine. You're also going to find the tool for adjusting your hop-up and a small bottle of silicone lubricant.
You're also going to find a comprehensive user's manual, registration information, the KWA warranty, as well as this really cool KWA sticker.
Okay, so we're going to take a closer look at the M9 PTP. Now, PTP stands for Professional Training Pistol. And what that means is that this airsoft gun is a perfect 1-to-1 scale replica, both in dimension and weight of the real steel firearm.
Yeah, and what's really cool about that is that actual military and law enforcement personnel will pick up this airsoft gun and use it for a training tool.
Absolutely. They even go so far as to weight the magazine as though it were loaded with 9mm ammunition, and that helps maintain the balance on the gun. So we're going to take a closer look at the functions and the features on this gun, and we're going to start back here with the ambidextrous safety catch. So you're just going to flip this up for fire mode. You'll see your red dot. Red, you're dead, the gun's ready to shoot. The safety also functions as a decocking mechanism. So if you've got the weapon cocked and you're ready to shoot and you want to safety the weapon, you just flick the safety down and the hammer comes home without actually firing the gun.
Yeah, and what's really cool about that, Barry mentioned that it's, it's a 1-to-1 scale replica in weight and function, and it actually functions like the real steel, so when you're ready to fire, you've decocked the hammer, you can just pull on the trigger and it'll fire in double action mode, or you can cock the hammer and fire it in single action mode as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're going to talk about the sights on the weapon, and we're going to turn it over here so you can see. At the rear, you're going to find a pair of white dots, and up front, a single white dot, and that's going to aid you in getting a better target picture when you're shooting the gun. We're going to turn it over here and take a look at the handle. You'll see that the handle's nicely checkered for a good sure grip. You're also going to find your magazine release button right here as well. You just press that in, the magazine's going to slide right out for you.
And you also notice on the bottom of the grip, you've got a lanyard loop to attach a retention system. And what's cool about that is that you won't lose it out in the field.
Absolutely. If you're going to go ahead and make the investment on a really nice airsoft gun like this, the lanyard retention loop is a great thing to have so you're not getting it lost on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So we're also going to take a look at the slide here. We're going to put it on fire mode here, and we're going to bring it back. And we're going to notice that the slide lock is right here located on the left-hand side of the weapon as well.
All right, so now that you have that open, Barry, why don't I show them real quick how to adjust the hop-up?
All right, go ahead and do that.
All right. Now, a cool feature of this gun, most airsoft gas blowbacks, to adjust the hop-up, you have to pull off the slide and use the little knob underneath there. But on this one, you don't even have to break it down. All you have to do is lock back the slide, and then take your little adjustment tool here, which is provided. You've got teeth on there. You just match it up with the teeth in the chamber. You turn it left to increase the hop-up and right to decrease your hop-up.
Absolutely. And with a system this easy and user-friendly, there's no excuse not to keep that hop-up tool in a small pocket on your vest or your rig or whatever you wear out there, so that if you do want to make a change fast in the field, you have that option.
Exactly. So now that we've gone over everything on the outside, why don't I break this down so I can show you how to clean and maintain the weapon. All right, now to break down this gun, it's a very simple process. All you have to do is push this button on this side here, flip down your takedown lever, and this whole slide assembly comes off the lower receiver or frame, which you can then set aside. Now you'll notice here on your slide assembly, you have your recoil rod and spring, your inner and outer barrel assembly, and your blowback chamber.
Also, something to remember with these guns, guys, they're just like real steel firearms. So when you've got them out, if you're taking target practice or using them in the field, at the end of the day when you get it home, go ahead and break it down, brush it out maybe with a clean toothbrush, and add a little bit of that silicone oil that they provide. Just be careful not to over-oil the gun, because that's going to make the action sluggish and you'll get diminished performance.
Yeah, and speaking of performance, this gun has the innovative NS2 system by KWA. And the NS2 system actually decreases the amount of wasted gas used by the blowback system.
This gas is not going to escape from the gun a whole lot when you're firing it, and it's going to make it just more efficient overall. You're not going to use as much gas.
Exactly, exactly.
All right.
All right, now that we've covered everything, why don't we head on over to the range and see how it performs?
All right, let's do that.
There you go, Barry.
All right, so we've got our range equipment set up here. We're going to put the M9 PTP through its paces, but first I'm going to show you how to load it up with gas.
Here you go, Barry.
Thanks. All right, what you're going to do first is you're going to find the fill valve here at the bottom of the magazine. You're going to take your green gas or your propane or whatever you decide to use. Remember, if you do use propane, squirt a little bit of oil in the adapter first before you go, and that's going to keep your gun lubricated. You're just going to slide your nozzle down into the valve here, press it down, and if you give a little bit of a listen and a shake, you can kind of hear the pressure start to equalize. That's when you know you're full up and ready to go.
All right, here you go.
All right.
.321, 324, 311, 318, 305, and 305.
That's pretty consistent.
That's
right
really
around
consistent.
The 300 range there.
Yeah.
Only started to drop off just a tiny bit after that 5th and 6th shot.
I mean, that's to be expected with gas anyway. You lose pressure, but you know what? That stayed really sharp and consistent. I like that.
Absolutely. Yep. All right, we're going to put her out safe for you. And why don't you take her down range and see what we get off that target.
All right, sounds good, Barry.
Not bad. You only had one outside that center ring there.
Yeah, you know, I mean, for a pistol, it's pretty accurate.
Absolutely. At 30 feet, that's not bad at all. That's all right
great.
In the kill zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I mean, a man-sized target from this range, right on, and it locks back perfect. I love it. I love it. All right.
Nice gun.
Yeah, it is. It's a great gun.
We're going to head back over and give our final thoughts.
All right, sounds good. All right, Barry, so now that we're back here from the range, why don't you give us your final thoughts on the KWA M9 PTP?
Well, that's just it. The PTP, the Professional Training Pistol. This thing is an absolutely perfect 1-to-1 scale replica of the actual M9 Beretta firearm that's in use by our United States military and police agencies all over the world. That NS2 gas delivery system produces a crisp blowback. The gun is a major pleasure to shoot, and it really is just a beautiful simulation piece.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, Barry, I love KWA. KWA makes an excellent product line, and especially, you know, their professional training pistol line. I love it. You know, so not only are you getting this great product, you know, from KWA, they manufacture a great product, but they're going to back it up with this great 45-day warranty.
Yeah, and chances are, fellas, you're not even going to need that warranty because KWA produces quality every single time. One of the most respected airsoft gun manufacturers in the world.
Exactly.
All right, so I think that's all the time that they gave us for this one, but keep your eyes open because we'll be back in the near future with another gun from PyramidAir.com. And until then, I'm your host, Barry Goodband.
And I'm Nick Miller. And remember, if you've got any questions, feel free to email us at rapidfirereview@PyramidAir.com.
And one more thing, guys, especially with this gun here, always remember that airsoft guns are realistic copies of actual firearms. So always shoot safely and act responsibly. And we'll see you guys on the field.
Do not remove the federally required orange marking from your gun. Treat airsoft guns the same as firearms. Assume a gun is loaded, even if you know it's unloaded. Never shoot at someone who isn't wearing proper eye protection. Never brandish your gun in public, and always transport it in a case. Do not point an airsoft gun at anyone as a joke. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Do not use airsoft guns to shoot at, discipline, or injure animals. Know the laws regarding airsoft guns and their use.